Okie dokie. I wonder if this captured everything I was streaming before, or none of what I was streaming before, or what. But we'll see in a second. Anyway. Oh yeah, it looks like it's showing me. Interesting. Okay. Um, so on the master, we can see that, we're up to date. That's actually quite a while ago, but doesn't matter. So what we're going to do is we're going to run a single test. I'm going to run it once just so we can see what it looks like. Hopefully it doesn't blow up. I disabled the log messages because they're not helpful. Okay, so no racing in here according to the race detector, which is good. There, it hung. We can see that it uses an awful lot of memory. So I need to do the timeout. We can see that one pass takes 1.25 seconds, so I'm going to go 15 seconds on the timeout here. And if it hangs, hopefully it doesn't, but okay. So it did in that time. You can see that it went pretty good. And so the issue here is that it's sort of indeterminate when a select statement runs, and the non-determinism allows the test to get into a state where it can't exit. But again, non-deterministic, so you can't force it. And the race sector seems to be pretty good at sort of alternating go routines and never allowing it to happen. So we can turn up the, let's see, 9. We can turn up the number of runs. And you can see all of these exits. It successfully runs. And I will show you the distinction between that's interesting. So this is the, oh boy. Oh boy, I'm running out of, all right. I ran out of time, okay. Well, I'll do 30 seconds. Oh shoot, yeah, no, because okay. I'll do 120 seconds. Because the point at which this hangs, how it errors out, is that it times out. The timeout's 30 seconds. I should turn the timeout down, because this test shouldn't take 30 seconds anyway, ever, even on a highly loaded machine. It'd have to be incredibly overloaded. Okay. Now, hopefully, we've hit the hang, and it's not a data race as far as Go is concerned, because it isn't. It's just poorly programmed. And hopefully we'll get this message out, and I will show you exactly where the issue is. And yeah, I definitely should have turned the timeout down. Should have turned the timeout down a lot. Well, hopefully, though, we don't run out of memory before this fails. It's grinding away. It's creating so many Go routines that are getting hung up, and it's actually creating like millions and millions of timers because every time it goes through the loop, it creates a new timer. This is ridiculous. Oh, please time out soon. Apparently, we're trying to find a valid timer. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, now hopefully we don't have a stack trace that's 1 billion years long. Okay, we don't. Okay, good. So, hopefully we do have the have messages thing. Panic test. Oh, Nikes. Interesting. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay, so first of all, we have a lot of stuff. And I'm pretty sure I know where the issue is. But I don't think any of these are going to show me the problem. All right, well, that was an attempt, but let's try and tweak it so we can get the answer we want. You saw how fast this test ran. I'm gonna just make it one second. And so, can we force it to fail? Probably. Can we force it to fail faster? Also probably. Once. Alright, so 100 should be 25 seconds, which is actually pretty close to that. So, let's just double it. But the interesting part is how non-deterministic this is, and like you can see, there's 90 messages, and there's 408 messages. It's incredibly variable how many messages go to each side. Which, okay, that's fine. That's not really the important issue. The important issue is you can see how the memory usage is going up very slowly now, which is good. Let's see, what would be... no, first ones. I'm not on the branch, right? I'm still on master. But you can see the issue here is it doesn't, it's very non-deterministic about when it's going to fail. 652. It's incredible. Oh no, because I want to see the error. Well, this should print it, right? When it prints the stack trace, it's going to have failed. So, yeah, that should be fine. And there we go. Not printing it, which is probably the default, has... Oh, nope. I'm just impatient. Okay, so 17... We do 1,000, should be 170. Yeah, 170. So we'll do 200 seconds. I'm glad how consistent this is. And I'm happy with how even just tuning the timer timeout. That really makes me curious about what was the original Let me see. It's not helpful. Let's go to GitHub. We'll look at the boop. I've looked at this test a lot before too. Okay. And the answer was just staring me in the face the whole time. I just, you didn't read it enough. It makes sense enough while you're glancing at it. There we go. Close send. I'm curious about that one. Anyway, apparently I wrote some of this. And then, what did I do? Interesting. Yeah, maybe I blew it up. That would be funny. Yep, I blew it up. I am not great. So, this is a real issue. I messed up here when I made this. Okay, let's do. Accept. What did we have? We had two of them. Messages to send. Empty message. Create gossip message. Go funk. Send. Okay, so we send a bunch of stuff and we wait until they're all gone. Yeah, I really boned this one up. Whoopsie. Ah, well, you can't get them all right. Oh well. Do you see the issue? I see. Just that. Yep. Well, 2 steps forward, 1 step backwards, I think, is the name of the game here. Yeah, this timed out with the test timeout. Interesting. I can't get it to hit the actual error. Oh well. I think that's gonna have to be it then. Because I lack the